Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitamscha Om Jnana Timarandasha Jnanajana Shalakaya Shakshorun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhishtam Supurakam Guruganara Seshasam Bhushitam Chincha Chincha Samasta Vedanipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujjvalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad-bhagavat Premna Vibijapradam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sareka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vandetam Shubharam Marega Sharanam Nyashishwara Shridaram Vanshakopatarubyascha Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahamananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurata Vishenama. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad. This is Adi-lila, chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his youth. And I'll start with verse number 99. Aradin Shiva Bhakta Shiva Gunagai Prabhura Angane Nache Damaru Bhajai. On another day, a great devotee of Lord Shiva, chanting of Lord Shiva's qualities, came to Lord Chaitanya's house, where he began dancing in the courtyard and playing his damaru, a musical instrument. Mahesha Vesh Hoila Sachiranandan Taraskande Chari Nritya Koila Bahukan. Then Lord Chaitanya, adopting the mood of Lord Shiva, got on the man's shoulders, and thus they danced together for a long time. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu adopted the mood of Lord Shiva, for he is Shiva also. According to the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, Lord Shiva is not different from Lord Vishnu, but still Lord Shiva is not Lord Vishnu, just as yogurt is nothing but milk, and yet is not milk nevertheless. So milk is changed to yogurt by a yogurt culture. One cannot get the benefit of milk by drinking yogurt. Similarly, one cannot get salvation by worshiping Lord Shiva. If one wants salvation, one must worship Lord Vishnu. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, Matstani Sarvabhutani Nachaham Teshvavastita. Everything is resting on the Lord, for everything is his mercy, yet he is not everywhere. Lord Chaitanya, adopting the mood of Lord Shiva, is not extraordinary, but one should not therefore think that by worshipping Lord Shiva one is worshipping Lord Chaitanya. That would be a mistake. Aradin ek bikuka aila magite prabhura nitya deki nitya lagila korite. On another day, a mendicant came to beg alms from the Lord's house, but when he saw the Lord dancing, he also began to dance. Prabhu Sange Nritya Kore Paramahulase Prabhu Tare Premadila Prema Rase Base. He danced with the Lord because he was favored by love of Krishna. Thus he flowed in the mellows of love of Godhead. Aradine Jyotisha Sarvagya Ekaila Pahare Samana Kori Prabhu Prashna Koila. On another day, an astrologer came who was said to know everything, past, present, and future. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received him with all honor and put this question before him. Ke achilunami purva janme kahagani ganite lagila sarvagya Prabhu Bhakya Shuni. Please tell me who I was in my previous birth, the Lord said. Please tell me by your astrological computations. Hearing the words of the Lord, the astrologer immediately began to calculate. Gani jnane deke sarvagya mahajyotirmoy ananda vaikunta brahmanda sabara ashray. Through calculation and meditation, the all-knowing astrologer saw the greatly effulgent body of the Lord, which is the resting place of all the unlimited Vaikuntha planets. Parama Tattva Parabrahma Parama Ishwar Deke Prabhura Murti Sarvagya Hoila Fanfar. Seeing Lord Chaitanya to be the same absolute truth, the supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, the astrologer became confused. Bolitena parikachu mona hoila prabhupuna prashna koila kohite lagi ula. Struck with wonder, the astrologer remained silent, unable to speak. But when the Lord again put the question before him, he replied as follows. Purva janme chila tumi jagat ashray paripurna bhagavan sarvaishvaryamoy. My dear sir, in your previous birth, you were the shelter of all creatures, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full of all opulences. Purve jaiche chila tumi ebeha se rupa dorvigyeya nityananda tomara swarupa. You are now the same personality of Godhead that you were in your previous birth. Your identity is inconceivable eternal happiness. Prabhu hase koila tumi kachuna janila purveyami achilan janite goyala. When the astrologer was speaking so highly of him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped him and began to smile. My dear sir, he said, I think you do not know very clearly what I was, for I know that in my previous birth I was a cowherd boy. Kopagrihe janmachila gabira rakal se punye hoilan eve brahmana chao jala. In my last birth, I was born in the family of cowherdmen, and I gave protection to the calves and cows. Because of such pious activities, I have now become the son of a Brahmin. Sarvagya kohyami tahajane dekilan tahate aishvarya deki famfara hoilan. The astrologer said, what I saw in meditation was full of opulence, and therefore I was confused. Se rupe deki ekakar kabubeda deki e mayaya tomar. I'm certain that your form and the form I saw in my meditation are one and the same. If I see any difference, this is an act of your illusory energy. Jai hao se hao tumi tomake namaskar prabhutare premadiya koila puraskar. All-knowing astrologer concluded, whatever you may be or whoever you may be, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. By his causeless mercy the Lord then gave him love of Godhead, thus rewarding him for his service. Ek din Prabhu Vishnu Mandape Vasya Madhuvan Bolana Dakiya. One day the Lord sat down in the corridor of a Vishnu temple and began calling very loudly, bring some honey, bring some honey. Nityananda Gosai Prabhu Avesha Janila Ganga Jala Patra Ani Samuke Darila. Nityananda Prabhu, understanding the ecstatic mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, brought a pot of Ganges water as a token and put it before him. Jalpaya Koryas Nache Hoya Bival Jamuna Karshana Lila Dekaye Sakal. After drinking the water, Lord Chaitanya became so ecstatic that he began to dance. Thus everyone saw the pastime of attracting the river Jamuna. Jamuna Karshana Lila is the pastime of attracting the Jamuna. One day, Sri Baladev wanted the Jamuna river to come before him, and when the river Jamuna refused, he took his plow, wanting to dig a canal. So he wanted to dig a canal so that the Yamuna would be obliged to come there. Since Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the original form of Baladev in his ecstasy, he asked everyone to bring honey. In this way, all the devotees standing there saw the Yamuna Karshana Lila. In this way, Baladev was accompanied by, in this Lila, Baladev was accompanied by his girlfriends. After drinking a honey beverage called Varuni, he wanted to jump into the Jamuna and swim with the girls. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Baladev asked the Jamuna to come near, and when the river disobeyed the order of the Lord, he became angry and thus wanted to snatch her near to him with his plow. The Yamuna, however, very much afraid of Lord Balaram's anger, immediately came and surrendered unto him, praying to the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and admitting her mistake. She was then excused. This is the sum and substance of the Yamuna Karshana Lila. The incident is also described in the prayer of Jayadeva Goswami concerning the 10 incarnations. Vahasi Vapushi Vishade Vasanam Jaladabam Halahati Biti Milita Yamunabam Keshavadrita Haladara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Okay. Maramata Gati Baladeva Anukar Acharya Shekhara Tare Deke Ramakar. When the Lord in his ecstasy of Baladev was moving as if intoxicated by the beverage, Advaita Acharya, the chief of the Acharyas, Acharya Shekhar, saw him in the form of Balaram. Vanamali Acharya Deke Sonara Langa Sabe Mili Nritya Kore Avesha Viva. Vanamali Acharya saw a golden plow in the hand of Balaram, and the devotees all assembled together and danced, overwhelmed by ecstasy. Emata Nritya Hoila Chare Prahar Banjaya Ganga Snan Kore Sabe Gelagar. In this way, the dance continuously for 12 hours, and in the evening they all took a bath in the Ganges and thus returned to their homes. Nagariya Loke Prabhu Jabe Adi-lila Gare Gare Sankirtana Korite Lagila. The Lord ordered all the citizens of Navadip to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and in each and every home they began performing Sankirtan regularly. Haraye Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shimadu Sudana. All the devotees sang this popular song along with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Haraye Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shimadu Sudana. Mridanga Karato Sankirtana Mahadwani Hari Hari Dwani Bina Anya Nahi Shuni. When the Sankirtan movement thus started, no one in Navadip could hear any sound other than the words Hari Hari and the beating of the mridanga and clashing of kartals, of handbells. Shuniya Jay Kruda Hoila Sakala Javan Kaji Pashi Ashi Sabe Koila Nivedan. Hearing the resounding vibration of the Hare Krishna mantra, the local Muslims, greatly angry, submitted a complaint to the Qazi. Krode Sanyakale Kachi Ek Gariaila Mridanga Bangiya Loke Kohite Lagila. John Kazi angrily came to one home in the evening, and when he saw kirtan going on, he broke a mridanga and spoke as follows. Etakala kehunahi koila hindu jani eveje ujama chalao kara bolajani. For so long you did not follow the regulative principles of the Hindu religion, but now you are following them with great enthusiasm. May I know by whose strength you are doing so. Whose strength you are doing so. Keo kirtana koria sakala nagare ajiyami kamakori jaite chongare. No one should perform sankirtan on the streets of the city. Today I am excusing the offense and returning home. Arajari kirtan korite lagapaimu sarvasva dandiyatara jatina jati jailoimu. The next time I see someone performing such sankirtan, I shall certainly chastise him by not only confiscating all his property, but also converting him into a Muslim. Etaboli kajigela nagariya lok prabhustani nivedila paya borashok. After saying this, the Qazi returned home, and the devotees, greatly shocked that they were forbidden to chant Hare Krishna, submitted their grief to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu Agyadila Jaha Koraha Kirtan Mui Sadari Muj Aji Sakala Javan. Lord Chaitanya ordered, go perform Sankirtan. Today I shall kill all the Muslims. Garegiyas Sab Lok Korye Kirtan Kajir Baye Swachanda Nahe Chamat Kitaman. Garegiya Sab Lok Korye Kirtan Kajira Baye Swachanda Nahe Chamat Kitamona. Returning home, all the devotees began performing Sankirtan, but because of the order of the Qazi, they were not carefree, but always full of anxiety. Tasabar antare bai Prabhu manejani kahite lagi lakloke Shigradika Ani. Tasabar antare bai Prabhu mane jani kahite lagi laloke shigra dakiani. Understanding the anxiety within the people's minds, the Lord called them together and spoke to them as follows. Nagare nagare aji korimu kirtan sanyakale kora sahe Save Nagaram Mandan. In the evening I shall perform Sankirtan in each and every town. Therefore you should all decorate the city in the evening. At that time, Navadvip was composed of 9 small cities. So the words Nagare Nagare are significant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to perform kirtan in each of these neighboring towns. He ordered the city decorated for the function. Sanyate Dyuti Save Jwala Gare Gare Deka Kona Kaji Asi More Manakore. In the evening, burn torchlights in every home. I shall give protection to everyone. Let us see what kind of cause he comes to stop our kirtan. Oh, wait. Sanjate duty savage wala gare gare dekakon kajiashi more manakore. In the evening, burn torchlights in every home. I shall give protection to everyone. Let us see what kind of cause he comes to stop our kirtan. In the evening, Lord Gaurasundar went out and formed 3 parties to perform kirtan. Age Sampradaya Nritya Kori Haridas Madhye Nache Acharya Gosai Parama Ulas. In the front party danced Thakur Haridas, and in the middle party danced Advaitacharya with great jubilation. Pache Sampradaya Nritya Kore Orachandra Tarasange Nache Bule Prabhu Nityananda. Lord Gaurasundar himself danced in the rear party, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu moved with Lord Chaitanya's dancing. Vrindavanadas Iha Chaitanya Mangale Vistari Varnijachin Prabhu Kripa Bole. By the grace of the Lord, Srila Vrindaban Thakur has elaborately described this incident in his Chaitanya Mangal, now known as Chaitanya-bhagavat. Emata Kirtan Kori Nagare Brahmila Brahmite Sabe Kaji Dware Gela. Performing kirtan performing kirtan this way, circumambulating through every nook and corner of the city, they finally reached the door of the Kaji, of the Muslim magistrate. Tarja Garja Kore Lok Kore Kolahal Gorachandra Bole Lok Prashraya Pagal, murmuring in anger and making a roaring sound. The people, under the protection of Lord Chaitanya, became mad through such indulgence. Kirtanera Dwanite Kaji Lukai Lagare Tarjana Garjana Shuni Nahoy Bahire. The loud sound of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra certainly made the Kaji very much afraid, and he hid himself within his room. Hearing the people thus protesting, murmuring in great anger, the Kazi would not come out of his house. The loud sound of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra certainly made the Kazi very much afraid, and he hid himself within the room. Hearing the people thus protesting, murmuring in great anger, the Kazi would not come out of his home. Udatta lok bange kajir gara pushpana vistare varnila iha dasha Vrindaban. Naturally, some of the people who were very much agitated began to retaliate the Kazi's actions by wrecking his house and flower garden. Srila Vrindaban Thakur has elaborately described this incident. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tara Varete Vasila Bhavya Log Pataya Kajire Molaila. Thereafter, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached the Kazi's house, he sat down by the doorway and sent some respectable persons to call for the Kazi. How are you?
Well, I'm taking off.
You're going?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Thailand.
Huh?
Thailand.
Today?
Tomorrow I'll stay tonight with Mandakini
Okay.
and fly tomorrow.
Okay. Very good to see you. Have
It's so wonderful to be here, Maharaj, and the ashram is so lovely.
a good trip.
Seeing Srila Gurudev.
Here's Mahaprabhu.
Yes, yes. He's being so nicely taken care of.
Okay.
Okay. You take care of yourself too.
Thank you.
I'm glad you have servitors.
Your health is okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Lucky.
All right.
Okay.
I hope you'll come back and visit us.
Perhaps I will. I was surprised this one worked out, so Krishna
Okay.
knows.
Okay. You look good. Have a good trip. Udatta lok mange khajir gara pushpana vistare varnilaiha dasha Vrindaban. Naturally, some of the people who were very much agitated began to retaliate the Qazi's actions by wrecking his house and flower garden. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur has elaborately described this incident. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tara Dwarite Basila Bhavyalok Pataya Kajirel Bolaila. Thereafter, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached the Qazi's house, he sat down by the doorway and sent some respectable persons to call for the Qazi. Dora hoite aila kaje mata no jaya kajire basaila Prabhu samana korea. When the Qazi came, his head bowed down. The Lord gave him proper respect and a seat. Prabhu bolaname tomar ailama abhyagat amideke lukaila edharma kemata. In a friendly way, the Lord said, Sir, I have come to your house as your guest, but upon seeing me, you hid yourself in your room. What kind of etiquette is this? Kaji kohe tumi aisha, kruda hoya, toma shanta koraite, rahinu lukaya. The Qazi replied, You have come to my house in a very angry mood. To pacify you, I did not come before you immediately, but kept myself hidden. Ebe tumi shanta hoile ashimililan, bagyamora tomahena atiti pailan. Now that you have become pacified, I have come to you. It is my good fortune to receive a guest like your honor. Grama sambande chakravarte hoy morak chacha, deha sambande hoite hoy grama sambanda sancha. In our village relationship, Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur was my uncle. Such a relationship is stronger than a bodily relationship. In India, even in the interior villages, all the Hindu and Muslims communities used to live very peacefully by establishing a relationship between them. The young men called the elderly members of the village by the name Chacha or Kaka, uncle, and men of the same age called each other Dada, brother. The relationship was very friendly. There were even invitations from Muslims' houses to Hindu houses and from Hindus' houses to Muslims' houses. Both the Hindus and the Muslims accepted the invitation to go to one another's houses to attend ceremonial functions. Even until 50 or 60 years ago, the relationship between Hindus and Muslims was very friendly and there were no disturbances. We do not find any Hindu-Muslim riots in the history of India, even during the days of the Muslims' rule over the country. Conflict between Hindus and Muslims was created by polluted politicians, especially foreign rulers, and thus the situation gradually became so degraded that India was divided into Hindustan and Pakistan. Fortunately, the remedy to unite not only the Hindus and Muslims, but all communities and all nations can still be implemented by the Hare Krishna movement on the strong basic platform of love of Godhead. Nilambar Chakravarti hoy tomara nana, say sambande how to me amara bhagina. Nilambar Chakravarti is your maternal grandfather, and by this relationship you are thus my nephew. Bhaginara Kroda Mama Avashya Sahai Matulera Parara Bhagina Naloy. When a nephew is very angry, his maternal uncle is tolerant, and when the maternal uncle commits an offense, the nephew does not take it very seriously. Emata duhara kata hoy tare tore bitarera arta keho bujite na pare. And this way the Kazi and the Lord talk with each other with various indications, but no outsider could understand the inner meaning of their conversation. Prabhu kohe prashna lagi ailama tomarastane kaje kohe agya kora je tomaramane. The Lord said, my dear uncle, I have come to your home just to ask you some questions. Yes, the Kazi replied, you are welcome. Just tell me what is in your mind. Prabhu kohe go dugda kao gabe tomaramata Rishana upajai tate teho pita. The Lord said, you drink cow's milk, therefore the cow is your mother, and the bull produces grains for your maintenance, therefore he is your father. Pita matam marikao eba kon dharma kon bole koratumi emata vikarma. Since the bull and cow are your father and mother, how can you kill and eat them? What kind of religious principle is this? On what strength are you so daring that you commit such sinful activities? Kaje kohe tomara jaiche Veda Puran Taiche Amar Shastra Ketava Karan. The Kazi replied, as you have your scriptures called the Vedas and Puranas, we have our scripture known as the Holy Koran. Say Shastra Kohe Pravritti Nivritti Marga Bed Nivritti Marge Jiva Matra Vadera Nishad. According to the Koran, there are two ways of advancement, through increasing the propensity to enjoy and through decreasing the propensity to enjoy. On the path of decreasing attachment, Nivritti Marg, the killing of animals, is prohibited. Pravritti Marge go vara korite vidihoy shastra gaya vara koile nahi papa boy. On the path of material activities, there is regulation for killing cows. If such killing is done under the guidance of Scripture, there is no sin. Tomara vedete ache go vadere vani ateva go vada kore bora bora mui. As a learned scholar, the Kazi challenged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in your Vedic scriptures. There is an injunction for killing a cow. On the strength of this injunction, great sages perform sacrifices involving cow killing. Gomeda. Prabhu kohe Vede kohe govada nishad ateva Hindu matra nakore gobada. Prabhu kohe Vede kohe govada nisheda ateva Hindu matra nakore gobada. Reviewing the Kazi's statement, the Lord immediately replied, the Vedas clearly enjoin that cows should not be killed. Therefore, every Hindu, whoever he may be, avoids indulging in cow killing. Jiaite parejhari tabe mare prani Veda Purane ache hena agyavani In the Vedas and Puranas, there are injunctions declaring that if one can revive a living being, one can kill it for experimental purposes. Ateva charad gava mare muigan veda mantre siddhakore tahara jivan. Therefore the great sages sometimes killed old cows, and by chanting Vedic hymns they brought them back to life for perfection. Jarad gana hoya juba hoya arbar tate tara bara nahe hoy upakar. The killing and rejuvenation of such old and invalid cows was not truly killing, but an act of great benefit. Kali kali taiche shakti nahika brahmane ateva gobara kehona kori ekane. Kali kali taiche shakti nahika brahmane ateva gobara kehona kore ekane. Formerly there were powerful Brahmins who could make such experiments using Vedic hymns, but now because of the Kali Yuga, Brahmins are not so powerful. Therefore the killing of cows and bulls for rejuvenation is forbidden. Before they could perform this sacrifice with a cow, and by mantras, it wasn't killing the cow, but rejuvenating the cow. An old cow would be brought back to life as a young calf. So that was, the powerful Brahmins could do that, but now is there. But now, because of the Kali Yuga, Brahmins are not so powerful. Therefore, the killing of cows and bulls for rejuvenation is forbidden. Ashramedam gabalambam sannyasam pala paitrikam deva rena sutautpatim kalo pancha vivarjayat. In this age of Kali, 5 acts are forbidden: the offering of a horse in sacrifice, the offering of a cow in sacrifice, the acceptance of the order of sannyas, the offering of oblations of flesh to the forefathers, and a man's begetting children in his brother's wife. So we would say also this taking of sannyas is forbidden, but that's referring more to karma sannyas, to traditional sannyas as being complete renunciation. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave a different kind of sannyas, tridanda sannyas, for the purposes of preaching, and not for just the purposes of pure austerities, but because the mission needs generals, so these sannyasis would be the generals. Tomara jiaite nara varumatrasar naraka hoite tomar nahika nishtar. Since you Muslims cannot bring killed cows back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Go ange jataloma tata sahasra batsar go vadi rorava madye pache nirantar. Cow killers are condemned to rot in hellish life for as many thousands of years as there are hairs on the body of the cow. Toma sabar shastra karta seho branta hoila najani shastra ramarma aiche Adi-lila. There are many mistakes and illusions in your scriptures. Their compilers, not knowing the essence of knowledge, gave orders that were against reason and argument. Shuni stabda hoila kaji nahi surevani vichariya kohe kaji parabhavamani. After hearing these statements by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Qazi, his argument stunned, could not put forward any more words. Thus, after due consideration, the Qazi accepted defeat and spoke as follows. So I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chanda Garadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakti Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Javate Vignana Shabista Puran Echai Gosai Char Muhitaradas Dasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Charer Chanana Sevi Bhaktasani Mas Janame More Ambilas Echai Gosai Shabe Bhaje Koilabas Hare Krishna Nitya Lila Torila Bhakar Anande Bolo Hare Bhaja Vrindaban Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Padana Korea Harinam Sankirtana Kore Naratamana Hare Krishna Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhaju Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Neri Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmamacharya Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sarashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Paravajaka Charya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivedanta Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Ragana Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Ragana Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Premzigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Harshavasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Vishvavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kushamasha Maharaj Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Navadeep Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Ki Jai Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Shri Koladvip Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai Ganga Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Vrindaban Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai Shri Purushottam Ki Jai Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo Ki Jai Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shrina Sringadev Ki Jai Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai all the assembled devotees Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.